Tashiro, The Science of Happily Ever After, What Really Matters in the Quest for Enduring Love. Navigating the complex world of relationships often seems daunting, but what if the key to your happily ever after could be found through the lens of science and probability? In The Science of Happily Ever After, Tashiro unveils a compelling approach to love that prioritizes practicality over passion. This book delves into the intricacies of selecting a partner by emphasizing the importance of focusing on key traits like loyalty, kindness, and fairness over transient desires. By dissecting stories and societal myths, Tashiro introduces the concept of the three wishes as a practical tool for identifying and honing in on the most vital qualities in a partner. The summary you'll explore here aims to demystify these ideas, offering a clear roadmap for making more informed, deliberate decisions in love. Get ready to discover how statistical probabilities and a focus on enduring traits can lead you to a more fulfilling and lasting relationship.
Love's calculated choices. Anna, a senior in high school and a top student, made a bold decision. She wanted to leave high school without her virginity. Her plan involved choosing someone who was good-looking, athletic, and Catholic, leading her to set her sights on Jake. Dates followed, and soon the moment of passion arrived. However, in their urgency, they neglected protection. Almost immediately after, Anna began to notice Jake's less appealing qualities and spent anxious weeks fearing she might have conceived with someone she barely liked. This narrative mirrors a common pitfall in relationships, prioritizing fleeting passion over enduring affection. Understanding love requires balancing both liking and lusting. Liking encompasses loyalty, kindness, and fairness. It's noteworthy, though perhaps unsurprising, that lust wanes more swiftly than liking. The so-called honeymoon phase doesn't last forever. With this in mind, placing a greater emphasis on liking over lust could be a wise strategy. This might sound calculated, almost unromantic, yet consider the concept of having just 3 wishes for your ideal partner. This limitation is rooted in statistical probability, akin to how scientists apply the Drake equation to estimate life-supporting planets. Only a select few meet the criteria necessary to sustain life, just as only a limited pool of potential partners truly aligns with specific traits. The wisdom lies in deliberately choosing and prioritizing these traits to improve one's odds for a lasting relationship. Our society is steeped in fairy tales and cinematic narratives that make love appear as a predetermined, fateful encounter. The emotion of attraction, with its intoxicating rush of endorphins, can obscure negative aspects, creating an illusion that this connection was destiny. Yet, it is this belief in fate, rather than intentionality, that might explain why only 4 out of 10 romantic partnerships reach a happy ending. Returning to the idea of the 3 wishes, they are not about lowering standards but about clarity and focus. While many people might possess more than just the top 3 traits you admire, deliberately honing in on these key characteristics can set the stage for a more successful romance. Anna initially did identify her 3 desired traits in Jake, but her mistake was leading with lust rather than liking. Her subsequent realization allowed her to reassess her priorities, choosing likability over mere attraction. With this adjusted perspective, Anna positioned herself to find a partner with whom she stood a better statistical chance of achieving that elusive happily ever after. Even luminaries like Frédéric Chopin, a composer from the Romantic era, contribute to the cultural backdrop that shapes our ideals of romance. But the reality of love, much like the most enduring compositions, demands a careful blend of passion and pragmatism. Passion versus practicality. Imagine a night at a glamorous gala where the ailing Frédéric Chopin encounters a woman of striking intellect and allure, George Sand, whose real name is Amantine Lucille Aurore Dupont. Their pathcross was like a classic tale of romance, vibrant and intoxicating, yet seeded with inevitable heartbreak. Sand often regarded the sickly Chopin as a child, their tumultuous relationship boiling down to his repulsion for her and her disdain for his fickleness. Despite the glaring signs of discord, they were swept away by instinct, not logic, a pattern deeply rooted in human history. For centuries, mating decisions were founded on survival rather than romance. In eras when living long enough to produce offspring was uncertain, partners were selected based on evident signs of health and resilience. A partner's tall frame or their ability to exert prolonged effort in labor hinted at a promising chance for healthy progeny. This practical mating dance was disrupted by advances in medicine and agriculture, which extended human lifespans and reduced survival pressures. As survival ceased to be the central gamble, people pursued passions and pleasures, yet evolution failed to equip us with the tools to navigate love's labyrinth wisely. The human brain still seeks the primal markers, beauty and wealth, as signals of vitality and resources. While these traits are markers of surplus in evolutionary terms, their real value often diminishes once basic needs are satisfied. Consider our hypothetical 3 wishes, usually instinctual choices driven by an attraction to beauty and wealth. Research suggests investing too heavily in these can leave you unfulfilled. Survival isn't the challenge it once was. Beyond initial attraction lies the need for substance in a relationship. A partner's current health, akin to a fleeting beauty, shouldn't be the only measure of their worth. Equally, past a certain threshold, wealth offers little competitive edge in happiness or relational stability. True romantic love places passion over practicality, a stark contrast to pre-1800s where survival dictated choices. Today's romance allows us to indulge in passions, where love is the symbiotic dance of affection and desire. Yet, unanchored passion can blind us to lasting happiness. The key lies in focusing on liking or qualities that endure, kindness, fairness, loyalty, hallmarks of a solid, long-term bond. Healthy relationships require balance, the capacity to elevate each partner without losing oneself in passion's blaze. Consider the example of Tashiro's parents. His father, though indifferent to the theater, frequently accompanied his wife to her favorite shows. His joy came not from the performances but from her happiness and the shared experience. He chose to value appreciation and mutual enjoyment over personal preference. Thus, when it's time to cast your 3 wishes, ensure they align with long-term priorities. Liking should take precedence over fleeting passion, enhancing the odds of a successful, fulfilling partnership. Companionship thrives when partners uplift each other, ensuring neither is consumed by mere passion but instead enriched by each other's presence and appreciation. This balance is the cornerstone for happily ever after, as Dan hopes to find with Elise. Forecasting love's future. In the bustling cafeteria, where the day commenced with the gathering of diverse personalities, Dan first noticed Elise. She seemed to possess a magnetic presence, confident, captivating, and the kind of person who might even savor a salad at daybreak. Drawn to her, Dan battled his shyness, finally summoning the courage to approach her, pancakes in hand. However, embarrassed by his breakfast choice, he made a detour to the salad bar, as if greens could bolster his resolve. Fate intervened when Elise appeared beside him, extending an invitation to her table, igniting what seemed like a promising romantic chapter. What's pivotal in the journey of relationships, the narrative asserts, is not merely the spark of a beginning but the foresight to discern its potential future. The central wisdom offered is using your 3 wishes to navigate the intricacies of romance. These wishes are not whimsical dreams but specific traits that act as anchors in a relationship. Traits, the unswerving facets of human nature, endure through time. While one might manage them, they remain steadfast, offering valuable glimpses into your relational future. Embarking on the path to relational success involves 3 straightforward yet profound steps. Firstly, observe crucial traits at the relationship's outset. Secondly, catalog your observations methodically, even as straightforward as writing them down. Thirdly, use these traits to impartially predict the potential longevity and fulfillment of the relationship. Although these steps sound uncomplicated, biology often muddles our discernment. We are notoriously inefficient decision-makers, both in grand matters and minor day-to-day choices. Contributing to this complexity is the surprising reality that your friends and family typically have a clearer view of your partner's traits than you do. Our penchant for downplaying negatives while amplifying positives can cloud judgment, making it imperative to rely on a structured predictor guide, a cheat sheet if you will. This guide considers 3 categories: personality, attachment style, and behavioral interaction within the relationship. Personality encompasses one's thinking, actions, and emotional responses. For a harmonious partnership, keep in mind, avoid partners who exhibit high levels of neuroticism. Overreactors might mask their tendencies initially, so observe how they handle stress or disappointment. Be cautious of those who find novelty irresistible, as they might not be suited for a lasting commitment. Finally, prioritize agreeableness in a mate. This does not imply being feeble but rather fostering effective communication and valuing mutual relationship goals. When it comes to attachment styles, they reveal how one bonds with others. Secure attachment is optimal, characterized by comfort in closeness and mutual dependence. In contrast, avoidant attachment involves difficulty in intimacy and pervasive distrust, while anxious attachment typifies excessive dependency and a desire to merge completely, often losing individuality. Clearly, secure attachment sets the stage for stable, satisfactory relationships. Observations during a relationship unveil further insights. Seek out a partner who matches your enthusiasm, empathizes with you, and possesses self-esteem adequate to accept love and positive attention. These traits pave the way toward a lasting, fulfilling connection. To nurture this path, follow a pragmatic approach, clarify your ultimate relational goals, evaluate how past endeavors aligned with these aspirations, and consciously apply your 3 wishes based on desired traits. Establish a framework, be it a journal or digital tool, to systematically record and assess prospective partners' traits. Regularly track and celebrate small victories to gauge progress. Unfortunately, Dan and Elisa's story did not flourish as envisioned. Personality disparities, chiefly Dan's insecurities and Elisa's inclination toward derision, hindered any potential for harmony. Dan's lack of a structured framework left him ill-prepared to foresee this outcome. The essence of crafting a happily ever after lies in recognizing traits as harbingers of future actions, focusing on those most predictive of relationship success, and nurturing self-improvement alongside a practical, informed approach to love.
In the journey through Tashiro's The Science of Happily Ever After, we've uncovered a thought-provoking strategy for navigating the complexities of lasting love. The book challenges traditional romantic notions, urging us to shift our focus from fleeting passion to enduring qualities when choosing a partner. By distilling centuries-old romantic ideals through the lens of science, Tashiro offers practical wisdom. Embrace the 3 wishes approach to prioritize essential traits like kindness, loyalty, and fairness. This method increases the statistical likelihood of finding a compatible partner, steering us towards fulfilling, sustainable relationships. The tales and studies shared throughout highlight the importance of intention over serendipity in love. Ultimately, the essence of Tashiro's message is clear: long-term happiness in love stems from knowing ourselves, understanding others, and making informed, conscious choices rooted in reality rather than fantasy.